What's up, everybody? It's your boy Night Owl. I thought I was fucking done making videos for today, but I happened to go on Twitter for a brief fucking moment, and this was like one of the first things I fucking saw. Look at this shit, bro. This is from James O'Keefe. He is a very talented independent journalist. He has gotten so many wins for the public. Read this shit, and then we're gonna watch the video. I would go ahead and pause that and read it. I'm not gonna read it out loud to you. I'll sound like a fucking moron. But we're gonna watch the video.
Detailed future travel plans for the Rice.
Can I see your badge again with your photo? You're so cute.
A current Secret Service agent on Vice President J.D. Vance's security detail.
When he's like walking, like where are you?
If you follow him, we'll have a lease, a minimum head and
Gives away vital high-level security information to our undercover journalists.
we have different shifts. We have shift.
Tells her about detailed future travel plans for the Vice President, and even sends her pictures with location metadata revealing where the President's convoy was located, potentially violating both the Secret Service NDA and United States federal law. And Tomas,
Brother, that's fucking treason. He is setting up JD for the fucking chopping block. And he was caught live by an independent journalist. God damn.
is fully aware of this. Quote, I sign paperwork, so if I don't have to get out information, I never do, otherwise I get in trouble. You really have to stand in awe of the lack of self-awareness.
They know secret about what we do.
Tomas Escato also reveals that he voted for Biden and that he hates Trump and Vance's immigration policies.
Did you vote for Biden?
Yes, I did actually.
What do you think about like all the ICE stuff going on?
I hate that shit.
Yeah.
They're employing taxes that shouldn't be employed.
You may have seen reports last week that someone attempted to break into Vice President J.D. Vance's home in Ohio. That incident prompted us.
What are we fucking doing? Why is the security service detail not like politically vetted like that? Why is this dude within shooting range of our vice president? This guy right here, he could just turn around and shoot the vice president, and he thinks he's freaking justified. This is fucking insane.
To take a closer look, what we found in our investigation was an agent inside the Vice President's detail who was actually revealing to a total stranger that the Vice President would be visiting his home in Ohio days ahead of time. And while what you're about to see is an important story, the security of the Vice President and his family is our top priority. Now, under normal circumstances, our editorial policy is to request comment a day or two before a report airs. But in this case, we contacted the Secret Service a full week in advance of this report to ensure that nothing we report here would compromise the Vice President's safety in any way. But even with those precautions, what we uncovered is troubling, and we felt this is important for you all to see. We hope that bringing this to light strengthens security and helps prevent future vulnerabilities in our government.
Can I see your badge again with your photo? You said you were training. It was your training
Yeah, that's like
photo?
4 years ago.
You're so cute.
We met Thomas on the dating app Tinder in October of 2025. The Secret Service agent is a holdover from the Biden administration. He was actually originally tasked with protecting Kamala Harris and Doug Emhoff. In fact, he sent us this image from a Christmas party in December of 2024. There he is with Kamala Harris.
How did you get picked to do like vice president?
Not by choice, it's just they talk to you and they let you know. It's like, hey, eventually you're going to have to go down to D.C.
Okay.
All roads lead to D.C. now when you're great. So you can go to the president's detail, the vice president's detail, what we call counter surveillance division, so that's undercover stuff.
Note the irony, he's talking about undercover counter surveillance to a journalist wearing a hidden camera. Tomas Escato is often directly involved in the vice president's transportation to and
No, like, not only are these people, like, absolutely malicious, but they're fucking stupid and dangerously not self-aware. Like, this is some crazy fucking reporting. This is nuts.
From his residence at the Naval Observatory, surveillance of the vice president's residence, and even protecting Vance's wife, Usha Vance, and their children. Here he complains again to a total stranger he just met about his assignment.
I'm literally, like, vibrating right now. This is scary.
Involving J.D. Vance's children.
So what are his kids like?
Go to school with them.
Oh,
Yeah, and we follow them everywhere. It's a
Wow.
24/7. There is no lack of
Wow.
coverage. Not like it's a babysitter with
Okay.
R. It's a weird one that we always talk about. Like, what the fuck is this? But you can't do nothing.
oh, you can't do anything.
No, we can't do anything.
Tomas proceeds to give our undercover journalist detailed info with pictures about the specific methods used to transport and protect the vice president, and even tells her some exact times of shift changes on the Secret Service schedule.
So like when he's like walking, like where are you?
Follow them.
Just following.
It's a group of us. We surround, make a bubble.
Yeah.
We'll have at least a minimum head and now that I'm on the vice president's actual details, a little different because we have different shifts. We have shift.
Via text,
That's so sloppy too, brother. I work in like commercial private security, right? And even I know that you're not supposed to like drop dimes on your clients' movements and like the movements of your own like internal company affairs, brother. That's just like 101 of securing anything is you don't talk about what you're securing. Like point blank. This dude's a fucking moron and it's like maliciously moronic.
J.D. Vance's Secret Service agent informs the stranger when he has picked up J.D. Vance's wife, and even mentions that he and Vance are currently at. Tomas even sends a selfie from inside a J.D. Vance's residence at the Naval Observatory. It's basically a secure location while the Secret Service is surveilling the vice president's home. Now, while he's supposed to be guarding the vice president's property, Tomas is busy snapping selfies, texting our journalist. Now here's a picture that Tomas sent us taking off from Joint Base Andrews Air Force Base. You see the convoy vehicle going into the airplane, and some of these photos even had location metadata baked in the photos. It's worth mentioning that these pictures were taken a few months prior to sending them to our journalist. While they didn't give away the vice president's location in real time, they did give away certain routes that were used and the number of vehicles in the convoy, information which could be used in the future. This is a photo Tomas sent us from King Khalid International Airport in Saudi Arabia. Here's a photo Tomas sent us loading the convoy into an aircraft at Munich Airport in Germany, where Vice President Vance gave a speech to the Munich Security Council. Again, metadata there on the photo. Another image revealing the exact location at the presidential helicopter at JFK in New York. And we think perhaps most significant here, revealed the location where President Trump's convoy was driving through Emirates Palace in Abu Dhabi, May 2025. This convoy was transporting President Trump for a state visit with the UAE President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan. These photos are from Tomas Escoto's time during the Secret Service shot from his personal iPhone. His personal phone dating back to May, while on duty protecting the vice president and president, and all of this was sent to our undercover journalist. The Secret Service agent even goes on to detail recent visits to Minnesota, Tennessee, specifies that the Secret Service team was on location as per the procedure.
He went to Minnesota last week.
Okay.
So we sent out a team ahead of time before he went there. Ahead of time.
Okay.
So they do the security advance for that. Depending on what it is,
Sure.
we liaison with our field office out
Okay.
there. local law enforcement, state law
Wow. Okay.
enforcement, and any other federal law enforcement, depending on what we're doing. Come up with a plan to secure where he's going to be at,
Yeah.
the airport, the
Oh my
route
God.
from each place that he's going to. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If he's staying in a hotel, then we have someone else that we have to set that
Oh
up.
my God.
Before the trip to Tennessee, the Secret Service agent also texts our journalist informing her which plane the vice president will be traveling in and when they plan to depart. He even texts her an image of himself in the plane, notifying her that he is on board with the VP. And even worse, Escato continues to detail Vance's future travel plans, revealing at the time that Vance will be visiting his home in Ohio for 4 to 5 days and then will be visiting Florida for one night. Now, this is potentially a violation of the non-disclosure agreement that Tomas would have signed when joining the Secret Service, which states, quote, the unauthorized disclosure, unauthorized retention, or negligent handling of classified information by me could damage or irreparably be injury to the United States or could be used to advantage by a foreign nation. I hereby agree that I will never divulge classified information to anyone, unquote. And it may also be a violation of federal law. 18 U.S. Code 793, gathering, transmitting, or losing defense information. Now, in some Section D, it states, lawfully having possession of photographs related to national defense and communicating or transmitting them to any person not entitled to receive them shall be fined or imprisoned, not more than 10 years or both. It's important to note that the Secret Service could not confirm that the behavior exhibited by Tomas violates these laws, but they did say they are potential violations of the United States Secret Service Code of Conduct. And Tomas is fully aware of this, as he mentions in one text to our journalist, quote, I signed paperwork, so if I don't have to get out information, I never do, otherwise I get in trouble. You really have to stand in awe of the lack of self-awareness. All of what I just showed you is ironic because Escato has already given our journalist information about protective formations, times of shift changes, locations and times of travel, and even pictures of vice president convoys with location data. There is one more aspect to this interaction that caught our attention. Tomas reveals to our undercover that he voted for Biden.
Did you vote for Biden?
Yes, I did actually.
Yeah. No, it's 2020.
2020, yeah.
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 Yeah, I did too.
That was the first time I was able to vote.
Really?
I wasn't a citizen. I got my citizenship in 2018.
If Tomas got his citizenship in 2018, he's been a Secret Service agent for 5 years.
How long have you been as a Secret Service?
5 years.
5 years. Okay.
And that means he was placed into duty with the Secret Service after about 2 years of citizenship in America. Tomas also goes on to reveal that he hates President Trump and Vice President Vance's immigration policies.
What do you think about like all the ICE stuff going on?
I don't like that.
It's really sad.
I don't understand why they're covering their face. I don't agree with that at all. At the end of the day, we're public servants.
Sure.
You're allowed to see our face.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing secret about what we do. But why they're doing that, I have no idea. They gotta stop with that stuff. Though.
Yeah. It's terribly sad.
No, that is actually a sad thing. I hate that shit.
Yeah.
They're employing taxes that shouldn't be employed.
Now there, Tomas is actually allowed to express his opinions. It's his First Amendment right. If he was only doing that, this wouldn't be a story. We thought it was important to include that because it might provide some clues or context as to why he was displaying this behavior. Whether Tomas is merely inexperienced and loose-lipped, intentionally sabotaging the vice president's security, or just plain stupid, well, that's unclear. But what's certain is this should not be happening inside our Secret Service, particularly after the serious security lapses in 2024 that led to the head of the Secret Service resigning after what happened in Butler, Pennsylvania. And why do we think this is an important story? Well, most importantly is the protection and the security of the Vice President of the United States. And we hope this story leads to better security and better protection than what we're seeing here. We're confident that it will. We hope it sends a shockwave through the Secret Service that deters bad actors and unprofessionalism in a way that, for example,
this is big, man. He pretty much just proved that the Secret Service has it out for their protectees, man. That's absolutely crazy. Like we all know. Like if you're conspiratorially minded and you read any of the JFK release, like we all know that the Secret Service was responsible for murdering JFK. Like it's obvious, plain as day. Like that's crazy. And James O'Keefe just pretty much proved that the Secret Service is compromised.
Example, Inspector General never could. And we hope that it leads people with information to come to O'Keefe Media Group and Citizen Journalism Foundation. We hope that it encourages people to tell other stories like this, to root out malfeasance in our government, and to force people to do the right thing, to force people to do their jobs. And if you know the American people are being lied to, please reach out to us, tips@o'keefemediagroup.com, or text us 914-491-9395. That's 914-491-9395. That's messaging us on Signal, so it can be secure communication over a Signal call. In the year 2026, we're going to be releasing our investigative reporting every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Stay tuned for the Secret Service's reaction to this story, the reforms from this story, your caller reactions, and special guests on the program with breaking news related to this story. See you soon. This is James O'Keefe. You know me for exposing the truth and holding the corrupt elite accountable. But today I want to talk to you about protecting your own freedom, your retirement. Now, gold is soaring above $4,200 an ounce right now and climbing towards $5,000. That's up over 40.
Well, that's honestly the wildest reporting of the year so far. That's some crazy stuff, man. Secret Service is compromised. Got to do something about that.